Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum and a very good morning to everyone. This is me, Mohammad Rahim. Once again, we are here in biology class 9th with the same chapter 7, Bioenergetics. Today we have another chapter, another topic. The topic is here processes involved in photosynthesis. Which kind of processes are there actually in photosynthesis? What are actually there? What happens during photosynthesis? Two processes involved in the process of photosynthesis that are light reaction and dark reaction. These are two reactions: light reaction that needs light and dark reaction that needs doesn't light. So the products of light reaction are used in dark reaction, and the product of dark reaction are used in the light reaction. These slowly we will discuss in the next slides. Light reaction. Light reaction is also called Hill reaction because Hill is the name of a scientist, so it is also called Hill reaction because light reaction was first time discovered by Robert Hill in 1937. In 1937, Robert Hill discovered this light reaction in the during the photosynthesis that needs light. It is also called light dependent reaction because it needs light. It depends upon the light. Light means here they are talking about the sunlight, the light which comes from sunlight. It occurs in the granum of chloroplast. Granum of chloroplast. What is granum? Granum is the plural of grana, while grana is the sac of thylakoids. Thylakoid we discussed in the previous class lectures. When we pick our thylakoids in a shape, in a sac like structures, that is called granum of chloroplast. Granum is present in the chloroplast when thylakoids are in the shape of bunch, in the shape of sac. That is called granum. We will discuss and we will show in a diagram in next slides, inshallah. So remember points about the light reaction, that it is also called Hill reaction, discovered by Robert Hill in 1937. Why it is called Hill reaction? Because it was discovered by Robert Hill in 1937. It is light dependent reaction because it depends upon the sunlight. It occurs in the granum of chloroplast. Remember that it occurs in the granum of chloroplast. Where it occurs, where it take place, it take place in the granum of the chloroplast. Energy is trapped. Here energy is trapped, energy is breakdown, energy is used for the preparation of high energy molecules like ATP and NADP. So the energy is trapped and high energy molecules are prepared like ATP and NADP, nicotine, amide, adenosine diphosphate with hydrogens with this is NADP and ATP, and these we will discuss in coming slides. ATP, where ATP is how ATP is prepared and how NADP is prepared, these will be discussed. Events of light reaction. What actually occurs in light reaction? You can see in your page number 134 what actually occurs in the light reaction. First time the sunlight which comes from sun and it strikes the surface of leaves. Firstly it strikes chlorophyll present in the leaves of plant. When the light strikes chlorophyll of leaves, the electron is removed and it becomes electron deficient. When the light strikes on chlorophyll, one electron of chlorophyll is removed and the chlorophyll becomes electron deficient. Electron deficient means it needs electron. It has the deficiency of electron. He lose one electron, he removed one electron, so he has deficiency of electron, so chlorophyll becomes electron deficient. The molecule of water is broken by light. H2O is broken by light. When this when this sunlight strikes on the chlorophyll, one electron is removed. Also, H2O, one water molecule, is broken down by light. As a result, hydrogen ions, electrons, and oxygen are formed. When this H2O water molecule is broken down by a light of sun, in result one hydrogen, electron, and oxygen are formed. How? In the chemical reaction we will see H2O is broken down by light. When light falls on this will break down. Two hydrogens are separated and two electrons are separated. One by two oxygens are separated. So oxygen and hydrogen ions and electrons are formed. Oxygen is released in the air. This hydrogen and this electron will be used. We will see in a diagram that in electron transport chain, and these hydrogen and this electron are used in that electron chain, but this oxygen is removed, is released through stomata in the air. Keep these products in your mind. Now here these three products are here. Oxygen is released in the air, so just these two are remain. So we have just these two products. These we will use again in the electron transport chain. Oxygen is released. Electron compensate the electron deficiency of chlorophyll. This electron will reform the deficiency, will remove the deficiency of chlorophyll, because it will be added again in the chlorophyll. We can see ahead. Electrons enter into the chlorophyll to compensate the electron deficiency. Electron emitted from chlorophyll pass through an ETC. I said that the electron that was firstly in the first reaction, in light reaction, was removed from chlorophyll. When the light falls on chlorophyll removed, lose one electron. That electron which was emitted from chlorophyll passes through an ETC, electron transport chain. ETC stands for electron transport chain. ETC stands for electron transport chain. So that emitted electron, that removed electron, now passes through this electron transport chain. What is electron transport chain? It is a series of compounds. There are different compounds, series of compounds. Each compound first receive electron, then release it. So there is a line of, there is a series of compounds, one by one. Firstly they receive electron, then they release. First they reduced, then they oxidized themselves. So this first receives electron and then release it, and during this energy is also released. Okay, electron transport chain. What happens? The removed electron from the chlorophyll, they will be passes through this electron transport chain. There are many substances, there are many compounds that first receives an electron, then release it. During this process, during this all phenomena, that this electron transport chain passes an electron through the compounds. So energy is also released. The released energy from ATC is used by ADP and organic phosphate to form ATP. Uh, During the electron transport chain, when electron is carrying on iod, energy is released, and that energy is used by ADP. ADP, you know, adenosine diphosphate. In here are just two phosphate, diphosphate. uh, so when other phosphate, organic phosphate adds in this ADP, this will become ATP. In the reaction, you can say ADP plus one organic phosphate with the help of energy. This energy comes from the electron transport chain, the energy released in the electron transport chain, that is used here, and one ATP molecule is produced. Removed electron of chlorophyll and hydrogen of H2O react with NADP in the granum to form NADPH2. Now you can say that the same removed electron which was removed from the chlorophyll and by the splitting of H2O, hydrogen was removed and electron was removed, oxygen was removed. The oxygen was released in the air. The electron passed through the electron transport chain. Just this hydrogen was remaining. This hydrogen now react with an ADP, and this electron and this hydrogen, the remaining hydrogen, the hydrogen which were released by the splitting of H2O, now they combined with NADP. NADP is already present in the granum, so they form NADPH2. NADPH2 will be used iod, we will discuss. Further, we can understand the ETC from the diagram on the next slide. Comes to the next slide. This is electron transport chain. Now you can say it is in the form of a chain. You can see in the form of a chain it is here, this from here, then this, then there, this electron. You can see these two electrons are coming, and through this electron chain here energy is released, and this comes to here, and they are going here. In the final, they make an ADPH2. So you can say ATP is also made. Here you can easily see H2O, and you can say this is chlorophyll. The whole light reaction we will understand here, we will discuss here. You can say this is the leaf of a tree. This is a leaf of a tree. There is chlorophyll present in this leaf. Light comes. This is the light which strikes this surface of leaf and absorbed by the chlorophyll. When this light strike the chlorophyll, one electron is removed. Okay, you can say there an electron is removing, and also with the same, in the same, at the same time, by this light, H2O molecule is splitting in two hydrogen atoms, one electrons, and one oxygen. Now we are going to see this oxygen is removed into the air, released into the air. We have just these two will be used in the electron transport chain. So you can say this two hydrogens are coming here. Here will be joined us when this electron reach there. So this electron is going on in this electron chain here, and through these substances, when they are passing, these are substances A, C, B, and D. These are compounds with us. They have different names and different functions. So electron transport chain, through this electron transport chain, energy is released. You can see here energy, and this energy is used by ADP and organic phosphate to form ATP. So this energy is used during the when the electron is carrying on by compounds. Energy is also released. This energy is used by ADP and organic phosphate, ATP. And this is another leaf. So photosynthesis, in photosynthesis we discussed two things. two photosystems, if you remember. So this is photosystem 1 and this is photosystem 2. When this electron comes here, again light is strike light is fallen on the chlorophyll, and again the electron is removed, and here this is carried by another, and the hydrogen which was removed, which was separated by H2O, comes here and join us here in this reaction. This electron and these two hydrogens, they are combined with an ADP to form an ADPH, and this hydrogen is from this H2O. So this is the whole light reaction. Dark reaction, is it is represents by its name. Dark reaction means it doesn't need light. It occurs in the stroma. Stroma is another part of chlorophyll rather than thylakoids and granum. We will discuss in the diagram, you can understand. So it is light independent reaction, also called Cleven cycle. Why it is called Cleven cycle? Because it was discovered by Melvin Kelvin and his colleagues. Therefore it is called Kelvin cycle, discovered by Melvin Kelvin and his colleague. A reduction of carbon dioxide take place to form glucose. What was happening in the light reaction? In the light reaction, the splitting of H2O was occurred, and an ADPH was produced, and ATP was produced, while actually here carbon dioxide is reduced, and glucose is pumped, C6H12O6. Do not need energy. It doesn't need energy, as the energy was required in the light reaction, that ADP was combined with the organic phosphate to form ATP. This energy was needed in light reaction, but here in dark reaction energy is not needed, because it is dark reaction, it is light independent reaction, so therefore it doesn't need any kind of energy. Use energy from ATP and NADP. Why it doesn't need energy? The main reason for not it for do not need energy, for this point, the reason is this: because ATP produced in the light reaction and NADPH2 produced in the light reaction are already present in the stroma, so that dark reaction use this ATP and this NADP to produce glucose, so therefore it doesn't need energy. Here in this diagram, you people can see that this is the plant cell. In plant cell, you can say this is your chloroplast, and this is your whole chloroplast. You can see this is your chloroplast outer membrane, this is inner membrane, and this is stroma lamella, stroma membranes, and this is actually this empty spaces in the chloroplast are called stroma. So the dark reactions occur here in this empty places, in this empty area of the you can say this is empty area, this is empty area, all these empty area are called stroma. So dark reactions occur here in the stroma, while you can say thylakoid, these are the sacs of thylakoid, these are the packing of thylakoids, inner membrane space, this is, and granum, you can say this the whole sacs, stalk of thylakoids. You can say this is one granum, and this is another granum. Sorry, granum is plural. Sorry, grana. These all are grana. You can say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is one granum. In this granum, actually the light reaction occurs, and the dark reaction occurs in the stromata. So, sorry, in the stroma. There are three phases of Kelvin cycle or dark reaction. What are they actually? First one is carbon fixation. You can say carbon dioxide comes here and it fixes with five carbons compound and make it a carbon 6 carbon temporary compound. Then this 6 carbon is separated in 2x three carbon means two three carbons compounds are formed. ATP and ADP from light reactions comes here that in the dark reaction, as I said, then reduction occurs. Why reductions occur? Because this two three carbon compounds are reduced into one three carbon compound, and then this one three carbon compound is released and glucose is formed, and regeneration occurs. Another ATP is used here to again make the same the original five carbon atoms, which is carbon dioxide acceptor, CO2 acceptor, as it accepted. We will discuss ahead. Phase 1, what occurs in the phase 1? In the phase 1, carbon dioxide combines with the uh, five carbon compounds, carbon CO2 acceptors, and form a temporary six carbon compounds. Uh, Six carbon compounds splits and form two three carbon compounds. You can see on the page number 136. Happen, what happens in carbon in phase 2? Two three carbon compounds are reduced to three carbon carbohydrates. This reduction use ATP and NADP of light reaction formed in the light reaction. Three carbon carbohydrates are used to form glucose. They form glucose in the phase 2. In phase 3, phase C, three carbon carbohydrates are also used for regeneration of original five carbon compound CO2 acceptor, and they use ATP. This use ATP. And here you can see the whole summary of this reaction. You can see where dark reaction occurs and where light reaction occurs. Light independent reactions means light reaction are that ill reaction, and Kelvin cycle are dark reaction they occur. Light reactions occur in the granum. This is one granum. So after the inner membrane, this H2O comes, this ADP PI comes, and ATP is produced. ADP plus one organic molecule, they come from the dark reaction. H2O is present in the leaves already. The sunlight falls on this. Oxygen is produced, oxygen is released in the air, and this hydrogen and two carbons are released here, and they combines with this ATP plus NADPH. It gives out. At the same time, in the stroma, Kelvin cycle is also occurs, and carbon dioxide is used in this Kelvin cycle, and this Kelvin cycle gives one glucose and an ADP to the light reaction. So in the last, you can see this carbon dioxide comes from outside in the stroma. This is the old stroma. This is the granum thylakoids, and light reactions occur here in the thylakoids. When lights fall on thylakoids, H2O is splitted, and by splitting up H2O, oxygen is produced. This oxygen removes in the air, and hydrogen and electrons are used here in electron transport chain, and this NADP, ATP, ADP, and this phosphate, they are also come here, and they react with each other. The electron which was removed from the chloroplast, and these hydrogens are passes through electron transport chain, and ATP is also formed, and ADPH2 is also formed, and then Kelvin cycle, then this ATP will be used in Kelvin cycle to form glucose, sugar, and carbon dioxide is used. So this is all about today's light and dark reaction involved in the process of photosynthesis. If there is any confusion, you can comment, you can ask. That's all about today's topic. Thank you.